Hey guys, got the Sig P238 here today for you to take a look at. It is a 380, kind of like a baby Browning almost, like a mini 1911. It has just shy of a 3-inch barrel. This one has the 7-round extended magazine in it. They do have some come with a flush fit 6-round magazine. I would suggest getting this one because without it, you're not going to get a full grip on there. And with that, if you don't have like super humongous hands, then you can get a full grip on that. It is not a very big gun, as you can see. I don't have super humongous hands, so this just goes to show you how small this gun is. Magazine is empty. Chamber is empty. This is a single action gun, so you rack the slide back. It cocks the hammer. It has a nice clean break to the trigger. It has a nice reset. So the trigger on this is very decent. I would probably say about a 5.5 pound trigger. But it has a very clean break, so it's pretty decent to shoot. Now this is like a mini 1911 in looks, but not really functionality, like mechanically wise. There's no grip safety, there's no barrel bushing or anything like that. So there's that. So it looks like a mini 1911. It's got the Sig night sights. And this is the black one with the rosewood handles. This comes in many different flavors. I think they have this thing in 15 different options. You can also get it with an ambi safety. This one does not. Now, it showed no magazine disconnect. There's no magazine in it, and it fires. Now here's a thing about this gun. Most people are going to carry this cocked and locked. So if the hammer is down and you put the safety on, you cannot rack the slide. Now, if you cock the hammer and put the safety on, you can rack the slide. So what you could do and this is pretty cool, is you can, if your gun is empty, you can cock it, put it on safe, like it is, put your magazine in, and then rack it and put it around in the chamber, and you have your safety on already. So that is kind of nice. I mean, if I rack it now, it's just gonna, it's gonna lock back. Nice purchase on the slide stop here, so you can easily lock it up and let it drop. So all the controls on this are very nice, very positive. The safety is nice. It's harder to put on than it is to take off, which I like. If you're gonna have you want a safety on a gun like this, because you want to carry cocked and locked. So you can just pull, draw, then you can slide it off and fire. So, okay, the magazine release is a little textured, but it's pronounced outside of the frame, so you can get a good purchase on it. Now, I don't exactly remember, but I don't know if this is switchable. I don't know if it is or not. We'll take a look at the gun. The checkering is pretty decent on these grips. These grips feel nice. You can always change them out though if you want to. That's the nice thing about all metal guns. There's some texturing here. Some texturing on the back strap here. Not all the way, but there's some. Small little beaver tail. Alright, so let me go ahead and take this apart, which is not fun. So I need the help of a highly specialized tool. Highly specialized. Alright, so I usually rack the slide and cock it. I do this cocked. You're going to have to move this notch to where it kind of comes in line with the rear of this spot. You'll feel it when it notches in, and then you have to pull this slide stop out. So if you got fingernails, you can get up underneath there and pull that out. I don't really have fingernails, but you can push it through the other side right here. So I'm going to try to do this on camera, but it's easier said than done, because you got to kind of bring the slide back till you hear that little click. Trying to hold it there is not particularly easy. And then it falls out the other side. That's what it looks like. So we'll set that right, I guess right here. Then your slide will just come right off. There's the inside of the frame. Aluminum frame, so it's very lightweight. Move my patented plastic pokey. It's my little shout out to CN Arsenal, one of my favorite channels. Here's the inside, all nicely done up. Guide rod and guide rod spring, they are not captured, so don't let it go flying. It's 380, so it's not like super stiff, so if it does, it shouldn't go flying too far, hopefully. Guide rod is kind of cut out to fit around the barrel, so there's no confusion on putting this back together. The barrel, like I said, it's small, like 2 3/4 inch barrel, somewhere around there. You can see the locking system here. It's not like most guns, but it's kind of like a 1911, except you don't have to move it. It's all fixed. Feed ramp, nice and polished. You know, it's a Sig, so everything looks good. This gun has been shot. It hasn't been cleaned since the last time it was shot. Maybe I should clean it. But it has been shot. It's had about 50 rounds put through it, because this was bought right before the pandemic, and 380 ammo just went flying off the shelves. So it's had about 50 rounds of Sauer and Bellet put through it, and about 10 rounds of Underwood Extreme Defenders, or was it Extreme Penetrators? I can't remember, but it's their plus P 65 grain ones. Those things are hot, but this gun ran it no problem. I mean, I only put 10 rounds through it of that, but it ran it no problem. because you know, that's some super hot stuff, and I like the solid copper rounds. But alright, so let's put this back together. Put the spring in the little hole. All fits in there nice and snugly. I do like that they put the stainless guide rod in there. That adds a nice little contrast. I like that. Okay, so there are some tricks when you're putting this back together. Finding this out for the first time was a pain in the ass. Alright, so you're going to slide it on. When you get to this point, you're going to have to push this down a little bit. See how it moves? You got to push that down a little bit to get it up underneath there. But you don't want to push it down all the way. You only need to push down a little bit. Just enough for the slide to come over. Now watch it make a liar out of me. There it goes. You can bring it back so make sure it's fully locked in. Alright, so now you're going to want to bring it back to that spot. But see, here's the thing. Sometimes this barrel will come down, but it needs to actually, see how it hangs down when you have it? But it needs to be up like this. So you gotta, this is really hard to do on the camera. If you let your barrel hang down like this, you're not going to get the piece in. So you need to make sure that the barrel is inwards. So I'm going to take this off camera because I can't tilt that up and put this piece back in. You got to kind of tilt the barrel up towards the sky. And then see, that piece will go back in. So it is in there. It is in there on that side. So you can gun is back together. Locks back. Function checked. Fires. Alright, looks like we're good. But yep, so just make sure that when you put this piece back in, that you're kind of tilting the gun up like this. So this barrel don't hang down because you won't be able to get the lock in. And then you also got to make sure the little extractor, you got to push the extractor down so you can get the slide over it. So taking it apart is a lot easier than putting it back together because you got to hold it in weird ways. You know, cross your toes, stick your tongue out. So, you know, all that stuff. But this is a pretty decent little gun. And I like to shoot it. You know, for a small 380, it handles the recoil really good. And it's not heavy. So let's weigh it, and I'll show you. It's not very heavy at all. Fine. So there you go. That's how much it weighs. 14.9 ounces. So less than a pound. It's more than like your little. Weighs more than like the Kel-Tec 380, the Rugers, Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. You know, all those polymer framed ones. It weighs more than that. But that's not a bad thing because it soaks up some of the recoil of the 380 round. Those could be a little snappy in small guns, especially if you're shooting hot self-defense ammo, like Underwood or anything like that, which is what I like to use in stuff like this. But yeah, the finish seems to be holding up pretty good, and there's no problems with it. Like I said, it shoots good. The sights are good. It's got nice 3-dot night sights, the Sig night sights. I will say one thing. These magazines, it only comes with one magazine, and these magazines are $50 if you buy them from Sig, which is ridiculous. Puts the dick in ridiculous, as a matter of fact. But you can buy other magazines from Kimber, from the little micro 380 will fit in this. They're the same magazine. And the Springfield 911 or the 911 or whatever you want to call it, or whatever they call it, those will work. And those magazines run about 20 bucks. Both of those do. So if you want to get more magazines, pick those up. You could buy 2 for the price of 1 from Sig. Help if I put the magazine in right. But yeah, that's all I got on her today. These retail anywhere from $550 to $750, depending on which version you get, and they come in all different versions. But these are pretty decent little 380. If you're looking to pick up a 380, I would highly suggest something like this. Disassembly might not, it's a little bit more complicated than some of the others, but I think you're just all around getting a much better gun. All around. I mean, it's going to last you a long time, being metal, it's got a good finish and all that. But I'm going to leave you guys there. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And share this video. Comment down below. Tell me if you have one. Tell me if you want one. Tell me if you liked my video. Tell me if you didn't like my video. But any interaction can help. So thumbs up really help. Comments really help. Trying to get my subscribers up a little higher. Trying to get my videos out there a little bit more. But yeah, so you guys have a good one. Take it easy.